I can walk into any coffee shop or go to any mobile coffee truck and tell with one drink whether this place is going to be good or not, and that drink's cold brew. Here's why. Let's go. Now, it used to be, or at least most old timers will tell you, when they would go into a coffee shop, people in the coffee industry would ask for a cappuccino, and based on how frothy that cappuccino was a really good indication of how quality your barista is and how good your coffee shop is. Hey guys, welcome to Coffee Shop Vibes. By the way, I'm Mike, where each week I share with you insights into coffee shops and the coffee industry with the sole purpose and goal to help enhance your specialty coffee shop experience, introduce you to new coffees, new drinks, and tell you some inside tips about the coffee industry that will benefit you when you visit a coffee shop. Now, Amber, my wife and I, we started this coffee shop here to bring good coffee to our county and hometown in a small rural western Pennsylvania town. And we are very, very serious about the good quality. I would say the great part of the coffee. We want to bring great coffees to people and we want to share great coffees, and that's part of our mission. But as we travel, as we go to different places, coffee shops, coffee trucks, wherever we may be, right, there is a good indicator, and it is a massive problem, a problem that people don't talk about, is cold brew. And the quality of that cold brew really gives me a good indication on how serious you take your coffee, how good the other drinks will be, and I'm gonna break it down why, and I'm gonna share with you some insights behind cold brew. All right, guys, welcome to Ispirare Coffee. Welcome to Coffee Shop Vibes. Now, I think most of you know what cold brew is. If not, I have a ton of videos. I encourage you to check them out and learn about cold brew and what beans are even best for cold brew. But cold brew obviously is steeped. It's not iced coffee. If you're serving iced coffee, I'm a little skeptical as it may be. But for a warm day, you want a nice, crisp, refreshing, smooth cold brew, in my opinion. Now, many coffee shops make it with a variety of different beans. We have our own cold brew blend here. But what is a problem that we continue to see when we go around, is the quality of the cold brew and the thickness or the transparency of the cold brew. This is cold brew. You should not be able to see through this, right? You can't see through it. The problem is, I'll go places and 50% of the time I get a coffee or a cold brew that you can see through. That's just not good enough, and here's why. Cold brew, of course, is steeped, as I said. It requires more coffee. So if you want to make a gallon of coffee, let me show you. A gallon of hot coffee, right? It takes 6 ounces of ground coffee beans. Now, if you want to make a gallon of cold brew, at least if you want to do it right, it takes just less than a pound of coffee. So it's almost twice as inefficient to make cold brew as it is hot coffee. Now, my ratio that we like to use here at the coffee shop is about 1.2 gallons of water, 1.15 gallons of water per pound of ground coffee. We just want to net out a gallon of coffee per pound of coffee, if that makes sense. We like strong cold brew. People compliment us on how strong the cold brew is. We have a darker, richer roast, crispy finish on the cold brew, but it's actually coffee. You can't see through it, okay? Too many people, because coffee prices have gone up, right? Since we've opened the shop, in the last 6 years, coffee prices have gone up 2.5x, right? People take shortcuts. People will ice their cold brew down. A big thing in mobile units is people will put ice in a cold brew and that ice will melt. So if you go later in the day, the cold brew is really diluted. These are things you need to be cautious of and need to be aware of. So if you like cold brew, maybe getting from a mobile place later in the day, or even a regular coffee shop later in the day, if they're icing it down, it's going to be diluted, and it can really be a lot different than what you would get first thing in the morning. It's not that people aren't steeping their cold brew long enough. It's not that they're not using the right coffees for cold brew, because any coffee could be good for cold brew. The issue is they're diluting it too much, and that's either with ice or a water ratio that's not sufficient. They're putting too much water in it, because the fact of the matter is, coffee is a much more profitable product than cold brew for a coffee shop, because it takes twice as much coffee to make cold brew as it would coffee. Got that straight. All right. So, and of course, coffee shops really can't charge double. If you charge $3 a cup of coffee, you're not charging $6 for a cold brew, you're probably charging somewhere between 4 and 5. So the margins aren't as good, and people, I think, are cheating, either icing it down or watering it down, and that is a problem that I'm seeing over and over again over the last few years, especially in the East Coast of the United States when it comes to cold brew. It tells me if you're taking shortcuts on your cold brew, you're probably taking shortcuts with your latte ingredients or taking shortcuts with your coffee or who knows what else in your establishment. So check the cold brew. It's a great indicator. You can eyeball it. If you go later in the day and they're using ice to keep it cool, it's going to be diluted or could be diluted. So anyway, if you like cold brew, you've probably seen this problem, I'm sure, before. All right, so that concludes our cold brew Festivus. Just wanted to put this out here that this is a problem, what to look for, and just so you know. All right, guys, if you want to learn more about coffee, make sure you subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. Live inspired.